Now, your Alaska Link weather for Juneau and Southeast.
Good evening and happy Monday. Another strong system lifted its way in, allowed for those snowfall amounts to add up. Some of those 24-hour reports showing at least some 12-inch markers of snowfall here across the local area and across portions of the northern panhandle especially. And we're noting that here we are still staying with that snow and icing threat, as that icing threat is signaling that there is some of this warmer air sneaking into our region. And not only is it sneaking in, but it will take over eventually. But note that the travel is not going to be advised as we continue through the overnight with the snow adding up and then that icing threat with it as well. We'll note that we are going to watch as we roll into our Tuesday, though, transitioning over to this warmer air mass that is going to bring some showers. Few mornings will have some chances for some wet snowfall, but rest of the week is generally going to be showery activity as highs are going to be back into the 40s, which is going to be a much different forecast to what is occurring across much of mainland Alaska, which this time of the year we can have those completely different air masses, but we're going to see a very strong change in some of the temperature spread here from the local Juneau area up through areas like Fairbanks. But here's what we have as we roll into our forecast. High tide for Tuesday occurs at 12:04 there just around midnight and 11:22 there just before that lunch hour. We run into our Tuesday there with not much variance in the temperatures, but it does creep over that freezing mark. Near normal temperatures really for this time of the year as well, as we're climatologically within the coolest time of the year with a turnaround that's starting to happen, and we can see that with these warmer systems that are returning to the area that we can get that push. Now that potential for mixed precipitation will last through at least mid-morning. Some of that icing as that precipitation changes over, still some snowfall, and then turning to that wet slick surface as well as it changes over to those rain showers with that high hitting about 36 degrees. So here's a look at that forecast. You can still see that mountain snowfall will continue, but you can see that the rain is going to start to creep into some of these corridors and these channels and still even stay with some higher reflectivities as well through the end of the day. Now the rest of the week we are timing out that there's going to be chances for showery activities. It doesn't look like it's going to be a total washout, but we're going to be staying with an active weather pattern. So we'll have to watch too when it comes down to transitioning to warmer temperatures what our snow melt is going to look like with these rain showers and flooding concerns. So lots of attention. We are with this weather pattern this week. We are holding to 7 hours and 38 minutes of daylight, now gaining over 4 minutes per day. Sunrise, they're creating closer to that 4 p.m. time frame. Sunrise closer to 8 a.m. So we'll see that 40s have already returned there to the central portion of the panhandle, getting those above freezing temperatures there up through Yakutat. Wednesday continues that creep. Even Haines climbs to about 33 degrees, and then the 40s settle in, and we'll stay with those mostly again rain chances. We'll have to keep an eye again on snowmelt potential, rain intensity that we track here as we work through the rest of this week.